weeks ago, I had a meeting with a couple who had about $200,000 of debt, and they came in wanting to talk about paying off the debt. Now, before the meeting, I had already run through the numbers in my head. High level, I thought I knew where this conversation was going. My recommendation was probably going to be, don't pay it off just yet. Why? Well, because from a technical standpoint, there were reasons to keep the debt. The interest rate wasn't outrageous. There were investment considerations, there were tax considerations, all these different pieces. But then we started talking, and that's when the meeting changed. As it turns out, this wasn't just about interest rates, it wasn't just about math. They really wanted the peace of mind of getting rid of the debt. And that's important because financial planning isn't just about getting the highest return or the biggest tax deduction. It's about balancing the technical standpoint and emotional standpoint of money. So we started asking a different question. Instead of should we pay it off or not, what if there was a middle ground? Here's what we ended up doing. Rather than taking one large distribution from their investment accounts, which could have created a pretty significant tax bill, we're spreading the withdrawals over 3 years. About 1/3 this year, 1/3 next year, and 1/3 the following year. Now, keep in mind, taxes are only one piece of the puzzle. We also set aside enough money today in a money market fund so that it's earning roughly 3.5%, while the debt is costing about 6.75%. So, what does that all mean? Effectively, it reduces the net cost of carrying that debt while we work through the 3-year plan. And because the interest rate on the loan can change, we built in flexibility. If rates were to jump dramatically, or if money market rates fell, we already have the cash set aside to eliminate the debt immediately if that's the better decision, right? So we have a plan, but we also have options. Now, here's why I'm telling you this story. If they had simply emailed me and said, should we pay this off? I probably would have just answered the question. But because we sat down together, we ended up solving a different problem. The real problem wasn't just the debt, it was balancing taxes, cash flow, investment strategy, and emotional relief that comes from knowing that the debt is going away. At the end of the day, that's what financial planning is. It's not just looking at your portfolio, it's talking through life decisions. It's understanding your goals, it's understanding what keeps you up at night, because what's right for me is not going to be right for you. And I think that's one area where technology and even AI still has limitations. AI can explain the rules, it can run calculations, it could generate ideas, but it doesn't know your family, it doesn't know your priorities, it doesn't know how you're going to feel after you make a decision. That's where a conversation matters. So if it's been a while since we've met, don't wait until you have an investment question. Reach out when you're thinking about paying off debt, retiring, selling a business, helping your kids, or making any major financial decision. Use me as a resource. Sometimes the best financial plan isn't choosing between option A and option B. It's really discovering there was an option C all along. We'll see you next time.